Okay. All right. Hey, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to Thespian Works with Anthony Velvet Hall. I'm your host, Anthony Velvet Hall. Like I say all the time, all the world's a stage, but everybody has a different part. So I bring different players from different parts of the stage to stand under the spotlight and tell you what they have going on. And today, or should I say tonight, I have a very, very special guest. Yes, indeed. This woman is an author, but she's not just a typical author. No, she delves into a realm of books that some people may or may not be familiar with, but you will know exactly what she does once we are done talking. Trust me, her content is very interesting. It grabs you and it does not let you go. Trust me, I know. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to Thespian Works, the one and only April Jackson Hunter. April, how are you?
Hey, it's everyone's favorite girl. Hashtag plus size author by April M. Jackson Hunter, award winning author, advocate, and founder and president of Mercedes Closet Inc. And I'm in the house today. Woo, woo. I'm
That's what I'm talking about.
putting my I'm taking cocoa today because I had washed my hair. But okay, I'm saying natural, so anybody who's natural, you know what it is going on today.
All right. I'm getting a little like I'm not sure if your connection is strong because you're breaking up just a little bit, but we gonna make it
Okay,
do what
we
it do.
moving on. All
Okay,
right,
okay, we gonna make it do what it do. We gonna make it do what it do. Now, for um for those of you who have been living under a rock, I've been talking about this for a minute, and I'm talking about Life, Love, and Lockup, Volume
yes,
4. Now, I had the pleasure of being part of Volume 2, but this is the first co-ed edition because the previous volumes all focused on one gender, females, males, females. Now you got males and females, and we're all talking about our experiences. And both April and I are authors or contributors or contributing authors to this wonderful project, Cracked but Not Broken. Now, April, your
great
chapter
but
is
not damaged.
entitled Diamond in the Hood. Please
Absolutely.
tell us a little. Please tell us. Give us a little bit about the chapter. Don't give us too much, but give us enough to just whet our appetites.
I feel you. I'm gonna tell you why my chapter is entitled "Diamond in the Hood" because obviously I'm not diamond. I'm just saying. um, I grew up in projects, projects. I was kids in the projects, but when I started going through stuff, when I started expressing my lifehood about not my life, but expressing my with domestic violence, I didn't want to share my story. I feel like I was too ghetto. I feel like I used too much slang. I feel like people will judge me. From my background history. Listen, I have a master's degree. I have several degrees up under my belt. I'm a award-winning author, but I talk with street slang. I come from. So that's what I'm comfortable in. You feel what I'm saying? And so I chose Diamond because to look at me, to hear me, you would not know the power that my voice contains. That you only got people supposed to judge the character. They don't judge what's inside. So I chose to Diamond in the Hood because you're not gonna know what truly involves around April and what I've truly been through until you listen to my voice, until you see read my words. So I'm a gift wrap diamond.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. And one of the most famous quotes of all is people talking about coal becoming a diamond. Pressure, it either creates a
Absolutely.
diamond or burst pipes. So and I'm
Absolutely.
sure that
And
you
I'm
know
not
in
busted.
oh that I know. And what I do know is that you, just like any other diamond, have faced some kind of pressure that eventually got you to the point where you're shining like nobody's
Absolutely.
business. So that's
Shining bright like
what
a
created
diamond.
you. Absolutely. That's what made you the diamond that you are. Now,
Absolutely.
um, as far as what got you to the shine, share with us, if you will, an experience that was kind of like the pressure hitting the coal that eventually turned it into the diamond.
I am a survivor of many things, including a sexual assault as well as domestic violence. These things brought me to the brink of suicide. By the time I sought help, I was suicidal. Um, I didn't. I felt like death was better than what I was experiencing, and I understand people when they say, "Well, I think I see both sides of the coin." People who are for people who want to commit suicide and the loved ones. I can see both sides because actually my kids are what stopped me from proceeding on with suicide. But my situations and what I was experiencing mentally and physically made me feel like I wanted to commit suicide. So these things are what shaped and mold my mental abilities or mental stabilities when I got to the point of starting my journey as an author. I kept a journal because my counselor, I went to I sought mental help. I want to normalize seeking mental help because in black communities people don't like seeking mental help. It's a stigma. When I went to seek mental help, I was, like I said, suicidal, and my counselor suggested that I started writing down my feelings and writing down the things that I was experiencing mentally and physically inside a journal. And I started doing that. And those things accumulated into my first book, which is entitled Mercedes Closet Keeping Deadly Secrets.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I totally understand that, and I can empathize with mental health in the black community. My late mother was a mental health advocate. She worked in the mental health field for a number of years, opening up day treatment centers for people who had learning disabilities and suffered from mental health issues, to help them, become, functional, not just functional adults, but pillars of society as well. So trust me, I know
Absolutely.
what you mean when you start talking about mental health in the black community, because there's a lot of there are a lot of mental health issues and a lot of mental health situations that go completely ignored, you know. So I applaud you for, in spite of all the things you've been through, to actually seek help. And I mean, it's definitely made you a diamond. you know it's definitely
Definitely.
made you a diamond. It goes without being said. It has definitely made you a diamond. So, um in continuing with what we're talking about, just talking about, just the things that you, this is not your first ride as an author with L3,
No.
because you have written books. And
Yes.
we spoke about Mercedes Closet, but I'll jump
Yes.
back on that a little later on. What I want to talk about is the genre of paranormal romance. Now,
I know.
explain that to me, because I want to hear this. I got to hear this. Explain
Listen,
paranormal romance to me.
I am an author. I always wanted to be an author. That has been my dream since I was a little girl. But life has set me down another path. I became an early mother. I became, early wife, and so on. I went down life. But birthing my first book catapulted me into the life that I've always wanted. So I didn't want people to continue to see me as the survivor or as a victim. So I chose to do my first paranormal romance to let them see just what kind of author I am. So I birthed Queen of Darkness. And
Okay.
with this book, everything you think you know about Dracula goes out the window. For example, name one thing you think you know about Dracula.
Mm. One thing I know about Dracula, garlic kills him.
He's a guy. Not in this book. Dracula's not a guy in this book.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank
it
you.
throws. Okay. Well, the whole him thing just went out the window, didn't it?
I know. And when
As
you see
I mean,
Dracula,
as
go ahead.
no, go no. What I was gonna say is, like, that's cool, because that's the cool thing about it. Like, with being an author, like, you took a traditional villain, a traditional
Hmm.
monster, a traditional, this traditional vampire, and you have
Absolutely.
completely restructured and recreated them. How much
Absolutely.
fun was that? That had to be fun to just take
Listen. Oh
everything
my
that was
God.
standard and what is considered the norm about Dracula and just toss it out the window and just have him being Dracula and change everything about him. How much of a fun
Because
process was that?
it was like so much love. This is like I know Mercedes Closet was my baby and I carried her for 10 years. But this book is my baby. And it's just like it was so, I was so in love. I didn't want to let it go. Like I changed so much. You think about the whole dynamic of Van Helsing and Dracula relationship. Because first of all, in this book, Dracula is not white in this book. We all know when we see Dracula, we think of a white man with fangs. He's not white. Van Helsing is not white. This is a sole African American book. My characters are African American. So it's like you see the whole dynamic of we start with Van Helsing, the original, but when we into he's like third, fourth descendant who's actually in the book, and they have dreads and they're it's like they Afro eccentric at its best. So it's like this book has so much heat, and I chose this book because it came from my passion. Because vampires is such an erratic, not erratic, an erotic individual.
Yeah.
So I keep erotic traits. So it's kind of like when you read this book, you're gonna be elevated to a whole nother level. Like if you don't need a cigarette and a drink after this book, then I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm serious. I'm serious. 'Cause when I was writing this book, I saw a bathroom scene, and I sent the bathroom scene out as a sample because I wanted to get the raw affection,
Right.
affection, the raw, the raw
Reaction, the raw
reaction
reaction. Yeah.
of this book, and it was like people were like, "Wait a minute," because I wanted shot. It was like, "What is this from? Like, what are you doing?" I was like, "Listen, this is my next book." They were like, "When is it launching?" Just like tell me because it's shocked. It's shock value because we all know lesbians are erotic. So it's like it came between my mental. I got a very 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 graphic imagination. So it came to my graphic imagination and my fascination with erotic vampires. His book was birthed.
Okay. All right. I for one can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read it
Listen,
because now we talked about, and I guess this is a nice little segue into something we talked about. Mercedes Closet earlier, and I want to talk about. I know you mentioned recently that one of your projects for 2022 was to create a sequel for Mercedes Closet. Now, this
yes,
book that you just mentioned to me, it sounds like the first chapter in some really interesting books. Like it really does. It
listen,
sounds like you just setting the table for something because you got my attention. You got my attention. I
yes,
already want to read the book. I already it's black cast, dreads,
absolutely,
you know, people like me and you've written people that we can relate to that look like us,
absolutely.
and like being a creative, I have a very creative mind. I'm not even gonna tell you about some of the stuff that goes on in here, but trust me, I'm a very creative
Listen,
person myself. So I definitely want to read what I think is gonna be just only the first chapter in Queen of Darkness. I definitely want to read that. Now, something else I want to get a little more clarification on, and just to get you to talk a little bit more about. Um, affirmations for a woman on a mission journal. Tell us about that.
absolutely. I co-authored with on that book as well, and I just feel like I do women empowerment. I love empowering my queens. You know, I'm a lesbian. I'm pro women. I'm sorry. I love
That's what's
women.
up. Ain't nothing wrong with
I
that.
love to, so I love to empower my queens. And this book is I chose to do a journal with affirmations. At the end of the day, journaling is what catapulted me into the next level of my life. I turned my journal into a book. And I feel
Okay.
like journal can help you steer to the point you want to be in your life. Just centering yourself, making yourself to bring focus to what it is that you're trying to do, paying attention to your emotions and your focus can help you move to the next level. Why am I getting tongue tied today? The next level of your life. I don't know what's happening.
You know how we do. You know how
So
we do. We get together and talk. That's just what we do.
my words going. "Ugh."
Hey, it happens.
Yeah, I
It
wanted to be
happens.
that part. Just empowering women to be able to focus on your goals. Because some people do not like to break down their goals. But I feel
Right.
like you can't know when you got to where you're trying to go if you don't know where you're going.
Right.
So how you know you reach to where you're going if you don't know where you're going?
Exactly.
So I feel like focusing on your goals, putting a set goal, and creating a path to that goal, you feel like you've accomplished something.
Right. Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Yep. if you don't, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Right.
That part. Like I set a goal for
Yep.
this year. I wanted to write 3 books before this year is over. I do the first 6 months of the year. I do the second 6 half of the month of the year. My
Okay.
last 6 months of the year, I wanted to complete 3 book projects. I completed 4. So I feel
Wow.
like at that part. And I've set myself up for the next year. The first 6 months, I want to complete 3 more books in my because I have a journal full of books. My mom, I keep a journal with me. So I get a book idea, I
Okay.
write it down. I keep it, because you start getting busy, you forget about it. When it first comes into my mind, I write it down. So I feel like I just want to my first 6 months, I want 3 books. My second 6 months, second 6 months, I want 3 books.
Okay. All right. So you got that goal.
I,
Um. First, I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. Are you still with me?
hear you. Okay.
Okay. There we go. All right.
Yeah. StreamYard does that sometimes. I've been on StreamYard before. So I don't know
uh
what I don't know. I don't know. StreamYard just kind of wacky or something. I don't know.
it'll do it. It'll do it. I actually used to be on another one called Melon, and it was much worse than this. So this is
Oh
actually a
God.
step up. Yeah, yeah.
I know.
Melon was just it was crazy because we tried to do the me, Shelby, and Sister JJ tried to do the authors conference on Melon,
Okay.
and when we tried to do it, it took a while, but we got it. And there were a couple of times where I tried to do some interviews with some other people, and they were like, "I can't get on, I can't get on." So I just left Melon and came to Streamyard, and
Absolutely.
Streamyard works a whole lot better for me right now.
It's fine.
So that totally works. I know you were talking about your goals for 2022.
Yeah.
Um, I got a goal for 2022 myself,
Go
and
ahead.
this is my goal. I was for those of you who don't know, I just had a great opportunity to be a keynote speaker at the Black CEO conference. So I
Okay.
just did my keynote speech, and last night I had a conference with or a meeting with Trevor Otts, who is the CEO Black CEO, and he was just giving us like nuggets, just knowledge, telling us certain things, just listening to what we had to say about our businesses and all that kind of stuff. And from that, he um he gave us little nuggets, and this is one nugget I took from him. And this is so true. He's been saying something I've been trying to say. I say it in a different way, but this is the way he says it. Embedded in the name of your business is its purpose.
Absolutely.
So I say that again. Embedded in the name of your business is its purpose. And you wonder why so many people open businesses or LLCs and stuff, and a lot of times they got vanity names. Like if my name was Anthony and I had like Anthony Inc., you don't know anything about my business except that it's named after me. You don't know what the
Hmm.
purpose is. You don't know what I'm trying to do. You don't know what I sell. You don't know what I offer. All you know is just a business named after me, and that's it. So my business is called Planet Velvet, and Velvet is actually a nickname of mine. But just knowing that, you don't know anything about the business.
Hmm.
And I've taken a very big stance on with all my marketing materials. I don't put my face on anything that I market, as far as my website, as far as my 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 broadcast, all that stuff. I remove my face from all that kind of stuff. But my name is still there. So in 2022, my goal is very simple. I'm changing the name of my business. It's not going to
Okay.
be called Velvet anything. It's going to be completely reflective of what the purpose of the business is. And to be real with you, I really don't have one. I don't really have a purpose for the business. I just got an LLC to have an umbrella corporation to put all my media ventures up under. But you
Absolutely.
never know that just by hearing Planet Velvet. So that's something that I plan on doing next year.
I know.
So I say,
I mean,
I
I
say that,
feel your pain because
yeah,
my nonprofit, well, not nonprofit, but my LLC is April M. Jackson Hunter LLC, but that's because I'm an author, and
yeah,
it's who I am.
right.
So it is what it is, and I completely understand what you're going for,
Hmm,
but like I said, my name is who I am. So I
right.
just feel like yeah, it's like, and I also
But
have
see,
a nonprofit as well too. So
yeah, but see, with you is different because you create books and you're the author of those books. So your name is your brand. Your name has got to be your brand.
it's
You know,
me.
exactly. And see what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get. I want my broadcast and my program to have its own identity. So it's
Absolutely.
called Thespian Works with Anthony Hall. It's not called the Anthony Velvet Hall podcast, which I
I
had
feel you.
before and I ditched. Because I didn't want to be super personal or nothing like that. Because I'm opinionated and I talk about a range of subjects. But this is
And you
about
can do that. You still
actors.
can do that with your name.
Yeah, I can, and I probably will revisit that podcast, which is actually on Spotify for those who want to listen to it. But but and
I
I
got a
can do that.
podcast too. I do a
Okay, all
podcast.
right. Tell us about the podcast. What's up with the
No, I mean
podcast?
it's like I have a video blog. It's on YouTube. It's called Survivors Talk. Me and my wife do it together, and we
Okay.
just talk about surviving. She's a survivor as well as me, and most people, when you date a survivor, it's hard work. It's not. Listen to me. Trust me. I know, because we are set into a mode of survival. So
Mhm,
it's like our mind is set up different for somebody who is not a survivor. So it's like it's more work when you date a survivor. It's
mhm,
very people tend to throw in the towel easily when it comes to dating. Say me per se, because I come with a lot of, I'm not gonna say baggage, but I come with a lot of stuff from my past. I suffer from post traumatic stress. I suffer from anxiety. I suffer from depression. I have panic attacks. These are things that I live with every day. If you're
right.
not equipped to want to deal with the many many levels of me, then you won't survive in my world. You feel what I'm saying? Like you have to want to come in and want to be able to love the person who I am. So we talk about navigating through life as a survivor. So we have different topics that we talk about. You can check us out on YouTube. It's on the Mercedes Closet Inc. channel. We have a couple. We haven't been there in a while because we went through a lot of personal stuff that we have. So we went through like COVID, not us having COVID per se, but our landlord of 6 years sold our condo. Yes. And the new owners emailed us at 10 o'clock at night and said we had 30 days to vacate the premises. So, yeah. So
Wow.
we're kind of like slick homeless. So everything has been like we've been living in the hotel for like maybe like 2 months now. This is to be our third
Okay.
month. But this is what we've been doing. So everything kind of like came to a halt, like our podcast came to a halt. We have a
Right. Right.
nonprofit. We still been doing nonprofit things, but it's like we have a group, we have a support group that we do every second Saturday of the month. So it's like we still do that, but it's like we in this one room, so we kind of like try to space out. But it's like it's been difficult. It's like living in the COVID world now.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it was so hard for us at first to kind of like get grips on what was happening because they couldn't tell us why we were getting put out. We was like, well, what's happening? Why you want us to leave? Because we've been paying, we have never been late on our rent. 6 years, never been late on our rent. 6 years, we have never had a complaint, a problem. We've been the ideal tenant. My old landlord can attest to us. We have been ideal tenants. So it was like, what's happening? And what we came to realize is that we was the only people in our condo building that was paying $900. Everybody else was paying like $1,400, $1,500. So what they wanted to do was put us out, which they have
Mhm,
done. They came in and renovated, and then they renting their place out for like almost 1,400.
mhm.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, I know this COVID world is crazy. I can speak.
Yeah,
I
we
can
was
attest to that.
expendable.
Yeah, I mean, like I got laid off during COVID,
Yeah,
so I know how it is. Trust me, I know exactly how it is. But you're still surviving, you're still doing your thing,
absolutely.
you're still writing, and that's the cool thing sometimes about just this whole COVID world.
Yes.
Um, just to be honest, completely transparent with everybody, I got laid off last year around June, and I was looking for work. I took me about 2 3 months to find a job, and I actually did find one. But in that time, COVID had changed the world around me. So
Absolutely.
I don't live too far from the city mall around here, and so I
Hmm.
go to the mall. I walk from my house to the mall. No cars. All the stores got signs. We closed and everything. So it looked like a ghost town any day of the week. And so what I did, I took my phone and I was just recording stuff. I recorded all these signs and all these stores and everything, took them, chopped them up and turned them into like a 4 minute micro movie. Um a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine, Tina Bridges, who I'm sure you all know, who I've actually had on the show before, created a film festival called 5 Minutes or Less Film Festival. And I entered my film into it and didn't think much of it. And the film got third place.
All
That's
right.
crazy, right? Like that's crazy that it happens. And so just being a creative person, I can understand exactly where you're coming from because if you don't have
Absolutely.
anything else, you have the ability to create. And just like you've taken Dracula and revamped him, you've completely changed everything about him. So you can rewrite the parameters of your own world, in
Absolutely.
spite of all the stuff that's going on. So, I applaud you. I hate the situation is what it is, but I applaud you
Listen,
for,
it's
in
life.
spite of that. Yeah, in
It's
spite of
life.
that, you still out there doing your thing.
Keep
So
pushing. And I
absolutely.
have birthed 3 books during my homelessness. I have 3 books that's in pre-sale. Because I still do me. I'm still an author. I'm still a founder. I still help. And even though we're homeless, I have a nonprofit. I have still been helping survivors. I've been putting people up in hotels. I've been paying people to eat. Even though I'm homeless, this is what I've been doing. Like this is me. This is my life. This is the gift that God gave me. And I don't care if it wasn't for my daughter, I'll be in my car. I don't even care about being in my car. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want my baby to be in the car.
Right.
So I've been on my P's and Q's. I do this, and I feel like it's just the enemy trying to kind of put out the flame that I have, but you're not gonna do that. I don't care where I end up. The gift that God gave me is going to burn so bright. So I don't really care.
That's right. When you get closer to your blessing, that's when everything starts to get harder. So you almost there. That's the way I see it.
I
You
told you.
almost there. You almost there. Now, I mean, I met you in person at the
I know.
L3, at the L3, um, just the day party that we had. And
Yeah,
we just talked, and that was so much fun. We had a lot of fun in that. I met
I
you, I met
did.
your wife, I met, I reconnected with a lot of people I knew. Um, and that was so much fun. What what was the biggest thing you took from that night and that whole experience?
Oh my God. Like this experience with this book has been astronomical. I've done collabs before and it was nothing on this level. I really commend Mimi for what she does and I'm really glad that I was able to meet up with her because I met her at another function with another author that I connected with. And I am so glad to just be in you guys' presence. It's like so many great energies that's in this book, you guys. Like I never knew that book collabs could be like this. Because this is like it's more than a book collab for me. It's like we getting involved in each other's lives. It's like a family. Like once you, 'cause it's like me. I tell people when I meet you and you like me, we like Velcro. You fuck with me, you stuck with me. I'm
Right.
sorry for cursing, but this is how I feel my life.
Hey,
So
this is
it's just
uncensored. Say
like
whatever you want to. This is
So
totally
it's just
uncensored.
like that's how I feel with you guys. You guys are my family, so it's like we like Velcro. You fuck with me, you stuck with me. It's how I feel, and it's like we do so many things. It's like so much is being birthed from just this project alone. I haven't had the opportunity to work with any other projects with her like you have, but
Mm,
I just feel a connection with everybody that's in this project.
okay.
I want to keep I want to keep connected with out after the project is over. I feel like we got more and more and more to do.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This is not a one and done deal. This is not a one and done deal. I just kind of wish that even though she had select authors, just for this project, I really would like a party, or more or less just a gathering where all of us could get together, like all the
Yeah,
authors
I
from
do.
all the volumes and stuff. Because I mean, we all got short stories to share, and we all got shared experiences. And that's what when I tell people about this, just people that we trying to get to understand what this book is about. Everybody goes through something. Everybody goes through something. It may
Listen,
be a different layer or something like that, but at the end of the day, the book is still the same. You know what I'm saying? My
and
book might
that's
be
what
like
I
your
try
book.
to tell people.
Hmm.
I was like, at the end of the day, if you don't go through domestic violence like me, something that somebody has been through in this book is going to touch you. It may not be my chapter. You may not, because I dug deep. I really dug deep in this book. Because my other book, I don't talk about as much as I talked about in this book. Because at the end of the day, I'm in a different level of healing. When I first started my journey, I was only focusing on my domestic violence. But
Right,
then through my journey, I realized I had stopped progressing. That's because I haven't dealt with underlining stuff. So I had to
right.
deep, deep inside and deal with my main problem. And that was because I had been sexually assaulted at 15.
Mm, okay.
And I had pushed that so far down inside of me that I had forgot about that. But your body and your mind don't forget about stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when I started trying to heal, my mind was like, you still got some more to go. And
Right.
so I'm there. I dug deep in this book. If you can't appreciate what I put in this book, I'm sorry for you guys who don't, who it may affect. I'm sorry for those who don't like what I say. This is my life. You can listen. It is what it is.
Right. Absolutely. Now we talked about we've been dancing around Mercedes closet all this time.
I
So
know.
now we get the opportunity to talk a little more in depth about your project for 2022, which is Mercedes Closet Part 2.
Okay.
Speak on it.
Just for you guys, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna drop you a little tidbit. But Mercedes Closet Keeping Deadly Secrets is my fictional version of my life with domestic violence. The main character of this book is Mercedes, which is me. I am Mercedes. I had to use my real name because at the end of the day, my consultant, my coach told me that it got to be fictional. So I had to use my real name as the author. But Mercedes is me. I've been known by Mercedes for plenty of years. My wife don't even call me April; she called me Mercedes. So it's like I chose to do fictional because I wanted to use my creative abilities. So I added some other couples in that as well. So it's not just about my life. I have a middle class couple and I have a couple that's in high school. Because as we know, domestic violence does not only touch old people, it touches every level of individuals.
Right.
So I chose to go that route. But Mercedes Closet 2, and just for you guys tonight, because I have never, never, never mentioned the subtitle of the book, but today I'm going to do that for you guys. So, as you know, my first book is called Mercedes Closet Keeping Deadly Secrets. This book is called Mercedes Closet 2 Love, Lust, and Deadly Entanglements. So, there you go.
Mm, nice. All right. Now, where can people get your books?
You guys can check me out at www.aprilm Jackson Hunter HUNTER.com. If you guys subscribe to my website and subscribe to my newsletter, which is called What's Poppin', you guys will receive a weekly, not a weekly, a monthly newsletter. Say what I got going on because I'm always got something going on.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me all across social media. I say all across social media. I am on Facebook and Instagram at April M. Jackson Hunter or the author April M. Jackson Hunter. You can also find me on Twitter at Mercedes Closet. You guys can find Stop making me laugh. You guys can find me on TikTok at the author April M. Jackson Hunter. I hate you.
What I do? I do that.
I'm trying to keep them straight. Like I'm trying to
Okay.
keep straight face. You're laughing, so I'm like making
Okay.
me laugh. Oh my god! Did you guys keep catch any of that? I'm gonna do a redo. You guys can find me on Facebook, Facebook and Instagram at author April M. Jackson Hunter. You can find me on Twitter at Mercedes Closet. You guys can find me on TikTok at author April M. Jackson Hunter. I'm out there. I'm in these streets. I'm in these vaccinated streets, like Brian Cameron say, in these vaccinated streets.
She out here in these streets. In
These
these streets.
vaccinated streets.
Out here in these streets. Out here in these streets.
You gotta say vaccinated. You gotta say
Vaccinated street.
vaccinated streets.
Vaccinated streets. Out here in these vaccinated streets. No doubt about that. Well,
Listen, it's real out here for a pimp. The struggle is real. Listen, you don't say you vaccinated, they're gonna be like, you ain't vaccinated. You go cause a whole nother commotion.
I
Listen,
know you got to come with the card and everything. And
listen.
now you got the booster shot. You got to get that.
You gotta be laminated and stuff. They be wanting a laminated copy. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, where you getting laminated from this,
With
this day
rounded
and age?
corners and everything. You can't have sharp corners when you're laminated card. It got to be rounded.
Like, where you get lamination from this time? You gotta go buy the whole kit from Office Depot. I gotta buy a whole kit just to laminate one little card. See what I'm saying? I can't deal.
Oh
I
my
just want
goodness.
to eat. Like, you gotta have a car to eat and everything. I'm like, I just want to eat. Like, I just
I know, right?
okay. Let me go get the little thing from Home Depot. I'll be back in 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Oh man, too much. This is too much.
Listen, big bro start making life decisions. Do I want to eat today? Because I cannot afford to laminate my card.
I
You know,
know.
it's like I don't know. Can't get gas. You know, they be doing stuff. I don't know. Like what the
Doing
world
everything.
coming to?
Oh, please don't, man. Considering the last year we had, I don't even want to
Listen,
know. I'm just.
you know we didn't travel. We didn't travel to New York because my wife's from New York. We didn't travel the
Mm,
holidays because they want you to be laminated. They want you to be vaccinated to go inside the restaurant. So we like
hmm
to eat. We gotta have a card to eat. Like, listen, we like to eat. Okay, never mind. And we ain't gonna go. We're gonna stay in Georgia where we can eat. We ain't gotta be all asking all these questions.
I know. I hear in these streets, got to be vaccinated and laminated.
Listen, my card ain't laminated, it's just like right there.
We gonna be vaccinated in a minute for real. We just gonna be vaccinated.
Are you
That's it.
vaccinated?
I'm vaccinated.
Listen, I'm trying
Mm.
to get vaccinated. I ain't gonna even lie.
I've got everything except for my booster.
Listen, I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm nervous of vaccination because like I broke out in hives when
Mm,
I got COVID like last year. So
right.
I talked to the lady who was talking about the shots. I broke out. She said, "You allergic to COVID?" So I'm looking like she said I'm allergic. So I went and told my doctor. The lady said I'm allergic. Well, I ain't never heard that because you ain't never heard. You want me to go and get a shot and die? What if I die? You know what I'm saying? You don't even
I
care
know.
because you
It's
ain't never heard
crazy.
of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm good. I don't know.
That's crazy. Like they always talk about you take the shots and different things happen. Like I took the first shot and I got a little feverish, but I work out a lot. So my
Mm,
body temperature being hot is just nothing to me. So I was just like it just felt like I had just got finished working out. I got that second shot and went to sleep and I had chills running up and down like literally. My back was cold all night long. Like I'm in the bed just in a fetal position shivering
mm,
because I had this shot. And
mm.
then after that, I was fine. That's the only
You
effect
know
I
what I'm
had on it.
saying?
Because you hear everybody talk about, well, your arm gonna be sore. You're gonna be walking around cross-eyed. You're gonna grow a six finger on your right hand and
Look,
all
I
kind of stuff.
can't be in no
He's
fetal
like,
position. I'm fat. I ain't gonna be able to breathe like that. I can't be. I can't be doing stuff like that. What going on? I'm not
I,
see. Everybody, you know what I'm talking about? See,
I didn't have much choice. I didn't have
I'm
much choice.
riding the fence though. I don't feel like I'm
Mm,
gonna have another choice either because I work for a school system. So I feel like they're gonna be like, "Hey, you gonna get the child, you gonna get fired." So I'm gonna be like, "Who gonna take these children to school?" You know what I'm saying? It's a choice you
right.
got to make.
Yeah, exactly. And then they going to start trying to enforce this thing where if you got like over 100 employees, everybody got to have
You know what
vaccination
I'm
and all this
saying?
kind of stuff.
Like,
So,
okay.
yeah,
I mean, I get you, and I'm pretty much there. You know what I'm saying? My only thing, I don't want to be, in a position it's gonna make me sick. Cause I got COVID.
right,
I was asymptomatic. I didn't have no problems. I
right.
just got a rash, a weird rash on my body. They told me I was allergic to COVID. So I'm like, I'm
Mm,
allergic to COVID. Am I gonna be allergic to the damn shot? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, I
really.
mean, give it to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were
Hmm.
making me scared. So yeah,
Wow, that's something.
on the peak.
I know we have touched on just about every subject and then
I
some
know.
tonight. Yep. But everybody, like just that's my sister right there. That's my L3 sister. And even outside of L3, that's my sister. So please, if you haven't ordered your copy of Life, Love, and Lockup, Chapter 4, Cracked but Not Damaged,
Absolutely. Please do so.
you can go.
We dug deep.
Yes, we all dug deep. We all dug deep. $20,
Absolutely.
$20 for this wonderful, wonderful book. You can purchase it from me on Cash App at $Velvet478. And please give me your Cash App as well, or your Zelle, or however, whatever means you
Who
are
me?
looking to. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go on my website. I already told you.
Oh,
My books is all on my website. Cause I
that's what
do
I'm
this.
talking about.
I'm in these streets. I'm in these vaccinated streets, Anthony.
Vaccinated, laminated streets.
You guys can catch me on both of my websites. That's already up. I'm at www.aprilmjacksonhunter.com. And I am also at www.mercedescloset.com. And just so you know, I'm in the house. I am who I am. Google me. You can Google me at April M. Jackson Hunter. It'll bring up everything you need to know about me. Because I am
What
somebody.
else needs to be said? If this mic went on my face, I'd drop it. I'm telling you straight up. Yeah, what else we need to do? For real.
Google me.
Google her. Google her. All right. I'm waiting on Queen of Darkness. I'm waiting on the
It's
Dracula
in
remix.
pre-sale right now.
Oh,
It's in
well,
pre-sale. Grab your copy right now.
you already know.
AprilMJacksonHunter.com.
Okay. Well, you know I'm going when we leave here. You already know. All right. April, I want to thank you so much for joining me. It was such a pleasure
Thank
talking to you. It was
you.
always fun just to talk to you. I can't
In
wait
my
till we all get
pigtails.
together. Yeah.
I actually comb my hair for you. You see what I'm saying? I never comb my hair. I hate combing my hair, Anthony. I got good hair, but I'm so
Mm,
tender headed. And I have
right.
naturally curly hair, so me combing it is like a job. I did good today just for you. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Well, I appreciate you. I really do. This how we get down, y'all. This is us.
Listen,
This how we get down.
you gotta love me. You
Yep.
got to love
The
me.
no years to love you. That's the truth. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on Thespian Works with Anthony Velvet Hall. Once again, I want to thank my guest, April M. Jackson Hunter. Please be sure to go to her websites and check out all of her wonderful books. And everybody, please be sure to remember the three things I always tell you guys: life is short, death is certain, and be sure to love on the people God gives you because one day He gonna want them back. All right,
No facts.
peace.